And I'll remind everyone, impeachment means having the trial. He has already, in fact, been impeached a second time.
Professor Bruce Mallard says the U.S. isn't uncharted territory. He does believe history will require us to remember the events of January 6.
Like the police officer who was beaten to death with a fire extinguisher. I don't think we ought to ever lose sight of that. And now we're finding out that there were some severe physical injuries to police officers by the rioters. In fact, one man was blinded in one eye. So we're not talking about a demonstration. We're not talking about freedom of speech anymore.
The issue is proving the former president's words incited the violent riot.
Is that, well, the Constitution gives him the right to speak freely. There have been a few quotes in that regard, too. The most famous is, you do have freedom of speech, but you can't yell fire in a crowded theater.
Trial managers say Trump didn't just yell fire. They compared Trump to the worst fire chief in the world, who sent people to start the fire and then watched it spread on TV. But should he be tried now that he's out of office?
The Constitution doesn't specifically say it must be conducted before you leave office, but to use common sense, if somebody knocks on my door and says, we have a warrant here, you embezzled a great deal of money from your employer, my defense can't be, well, I haven't worked there in 3 weeks.
Still, at least 17 Republican senators would have to vote to convict Trump. Mallard says that already seems very unlikely.
Is this a trial in the court of public opinion then?
It is. I think many of the Democrats have pretty much said more or less explicitly that, well, whether we can convict or not, we've got to send a message to future presidents that this can't be allowed.
Whatever the outcome, Mallard does say Donald Trump's historical record will be marred.
But we've only had 4 impeachments in all of them, United States history, and Donald Trump's got half of them.
Joanne Merrigan, WSAV News 3 on your side.